Okay, guys. It's quite a different loading screen, huh? What? Legion? Why are you on your Legion? Huh? Why are you on Legion? Well, told you before. Nothing's changed. So it doesn't fucking matter. Excuse the French. You'll see they're just been changed in different configurations. So yeah. It's just different configurations, so you don't have to worry. And also, my add-ons are up, so you can see exactly what I'm doing here, and how I work compared to previous videos, right? So, let's see. Something where I don't have to see things. There. Party tab. No one's in my party, so they can't talk. Yep. So it's the exact same thing. We're not going to be using... We're going to turn our sound down. You go there, sound. Okay, return to game. So, if it was loud for me, I can only imagine how loud it was for you guys. So, I do understand that we're still using, like, these fun doodads and doohickeys and everything, but we're just gonna have to pretend it doesn't exist, unfortunately. So, I can't help you, I'm sorry. Other than that, this didn't change, besides not having a super duper buff. Maybe I can... Yeah, you know what? There. The numbers are gonna be off, but I'm using a fishing pole. Yep. This is how we're gonna do it. Why are you so ugly? Because I don't change my transmog when I use a spec that I don't play. That's my untransmog here. Right, so back to what I was saying. We have... I'm also gonna try to use, like, no... That looks right. So we're not using any of the legendaries that might look off. So the ones that I was trying out was Dragged, Savage, and Blood Talons, right? So how would you start that off? Well, for one, you would not hit Prowl early. For two, you'd start with this. You have your Blood Talons up. Then you would Prowl. I personally like to charge in, and we're going to go this way. Yep. Let's rip here. You see, I'm not very good with it myself, so I have no idea what I'm doing half the time. And that's what's important to note here, is I don't know what I'm doing half the time. That... See, this is just a mess. It's too much for one person to, like, do. This is dumb. Why? Why do I have to friggin' juggle you? This is really awful to feel. Like, what? This is just awful feeling. I don't care. See, I messed it up at some point. I kept going. My mind actually hurts, and my eyes do from looking at this. There. My eyes just hurt from looking at myself. But you see what I mean? Like, I don't... Why are you so difficult, Savage Roar? You just don't feel good in there. You're just out of place. You don't get balanced very well with all this. Why? 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 I hate you. See, look at how pretty this is. Yeah, so my other, and by my other, I mean like the only other two that I would be willing to play that it's not as stupid as me trying to do the Saboteur one, is literally anything without Saboteur. And I'll show you why. I should pre-regrowth, really, and wait again for Prowl. I don't like using Blood Talons because personally I don't feel like I'm in control, but I do recognize Blood Talons for what it is. So we're just gonna pick our target, jump in, do that first off. Let's do this. Okay. Sorry. 3. I'm gonna put my rip in there. And you'll notice that Ferocious Bite still takes up just a crap ton of energy. Like, that's how it goes. Yep. We can sit around and just, you know, chill. It makes it a lot smoother for me to just do the Ferocious Bite when it's very neutral. I don't mind it. The regrowth, Blood Talons things makes it a little bit more interesting. I do like that. You know, it's nice. It's someone who has not done Kitty all that much. It makes it something I can do, you know? I'm like, man, I feel good about myself doing that. I'm happy with myself, you know? Don't have to deal with Saboteur. I'm doing 2 that I think are very important, Jagged Wounds and Blood Talons. So, yeah. And I'll remind you again, even though I'm on live, in Alpha, this hasn't changed. This has not changed. Everything you see here is the same talents, except for Displacer Beast. That's changed to Tiger Dash. That's it. That's the only change, guys. That's the only change. There's no change. Got it? Okay. You can also put Soul of the Forest in with that too, and it'll make it go a little bit faster because you're going to be, I don't know, 8. Just doing this, put that on there. I forgot I was using Blood Talons, so guess I'll put that back on there and just chill for a little bit. And why do I say it feels faster? Well, because your Ferocious Bite is refunding some. You know, it's just like, hey, it already takes up just a crap ton of rage energy anyways, so it's like, that's cool, getting it back. And if you want to go passive as hell, you take Moment of Clarity. If I take Moment of Clarity here, it looks ridiculous I'm doing this with a fishing pole. Ooh, it would be even more ridiculous if I did this. Hold up, guys. Oh, yeah. Now this is what I'm talking about. Kitty. Oh, yeah. Anyways, sorry. I'm a nut. Okay. So what are we looking at here? Moment of Clarity. It triggers 100 times more often, which we don't know what that is. It stacks up to 2 times, and your next Shred, Thrash, or Swipe would be 20% more. Alright. Alright. Well, I'll get behind that. Really passive, guys. Remember what I said. We're going to go in. Yep. Yep. So this is like your bare bones kitty. That's it. Yep. Makes it a lot simpler on first-time Pharaoh players. So you can just learn your spec and move on with your merry life. And I know I'm not doing anything right. Like, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to make it look like I'm doing something right. I'm not. Okay? If looking at the traits on my artifact earlier showed you anything, it's that I don't play Feral. Okay? Feral is not my main spec, or a spec I am generally good at. Okay? So, that's as passive as you get. Personally, I like Sabertooth, Blood Talons, and Jagged Wounds. Oh, that's the only difference here. Some of these were moved around within their row. So, yep. That's Kitty. Yep. I'm gonna put my daggers back on. So, nothing much else to say about that. It's Kitty. I'm not a druid that is a Tauren. I am a druid that is a troll. She's so pretty. Boomkin was actually shorter than this one because it really doesn't have as many different types of builds. But yeah, no. This is Cat. This is Cat. Again, not the greatest Cat player in the world, so the builds that I showed you might not be what ends up being viable, but these are the ones that I figured out play the best together, except for Savage Roar. Savage Roar can go fuck itself. In my opinion, Alun's Guidance isn't that great. It's a great little button to hit, but it's not great enough to warrant being that low in the talents. I mean, get rid of Lunar Inspiration, get rid of Savage Roar, maybe put Alun's Guidance where Savage Roar is. Then you can put Savage Roar down here so that people actually have to think about what they're taking. And I don't know, Lunar Inspiration can be more like the Galactic Guardian type of thing. Would be cool. Like, it can just summon a moonbeam, like, anytime. And then when it summons a moonbeam, maybe it refunds the combo point just straight up, or it, like, I don't know, makes your shred do arcane damage. Something fun, you know? Maybe make, I don't know. Lunar Inspiration sounds amazing, especially with Cat. You know what I want to see back, though? Maybe this. Get rid of Savage Roar. Just out. Savage Roar. Lunar Inspiration can stay. I just don't feel like that one can... It needs something. It just needs something else besides making us hit another button for another dot. Like, I don't think it's worth it. I've played with it with the all passive and everything. It just feels like they're trying to push Moonfire on you with that talent. It's just like, hey, remember you're a druid, bleh. And I'm like, please don't. This is not good. And they're like, yes, take your Moonfire. And I'm like, no. But you know what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't feel good to me. And Savage Roar doesn't... It's clunky, man. It's clunky. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And Alun's Guidance, it's good. It's good. I just don't think it should be on that row. Yeah, maybe take a Loon's Guidance, remove Savage Roar. It never existed. Not anymore. Put a Loon's Guidance in place of Savage Roar. Do something with Lunar Inspiration, man. I don't know what it is, just do something with it. And in the last row, we can have that Sabertooth form again. Because I know it only gave you versatility last time, but it was cool looking, and it made you feel a little special. Not gonna lie there, because what? We have Moonkin forms have been up. Are you kidding me right now? That's ridiculous. Moonkin form has been, I can't. These stackers, though, guys. I can't. Anyways, this is... I'm sorry, I can't look at the daggers. So we have an upgraded lunar wing, or upgraded travel. Our Boomkin's been made pretty. Kitty is a cat. Bears are bears. See, the thing with bears, though, is that you don't really need to change them. They're cool by themselves. Right? They're cool by themselves. And if we can transmog our forms still, you know, I would understand it, because this would look pretty badass. Not gonna lie. And here. If we can still transmog our forms, that's pretty badass. I would go Glow Kitty. And Werebear. Not to show it off or anything. But if we had our Sabertooth form back, then everyone can be aware. A Werekitty, a Werebear, an Owlkin, a tree. Yep, tree. So, I think that would be just stellar. Right? It'd be cool as hell. That's all I want. That's all I want. Treant form, as always, looks awful. And I know I mentioned it in my resto video, but since you guys are still watching, I will make her mention that this is what I mean. Saw my bars change in Tree of Life? That means I would have to actually physically spend time in my cooldown to use this. Look at this. This is dumb. I have to spend time in a cooldown. If I click it off, it switches my bars. So it's like these are my base bars, and I just don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. But that's my gripe. So that's feral. And my gripe about resto, I guess. Pretty basic. Bye.